What's up, guys? Charlie here with I guess, a second opinion of sorts for Destiny. I'm not saying I'm totally changing my stance on it, but after giving the thought about the Hour 1 some more and realizing that, maybe I should have taken a nap or gotten some sleep before I gave my final thoughts on that game or even really played it, I was so tired. I was kind of half rambling, half incoherent, just wasn't really capable of expressing what I thought about the game. So let's get to it. First off, the game is fantastic, except if you've played the beta. I'm not saying the game is bad if you've played the beta, but Earth is bad if you've played the beta. You've played Earth. You've played it into oblivion, and that's a bit of a problem. I know I was really jaded for the entire Earth section because I'd played it a 500 million times already. I played it all the way to level 8 with all my characters from the beta, which was all 3 characters because I was curious what the classes were going to be like. If you haven't done that, the game is going to be fantastic from the get-go. I had some friends who hadn't played it since then, and they're floored with it the way I was back in the alpha. If you have enough exposure and if you've actually played this game before, you'll be a little sour on the topic. And I really actually want to get rid of that. Play it on hard mode. This game is almost meant to be played on hard mode with your friends. And if you're not playing with your friends, or you don't have friends to play with, I'm real sorry. This game's a great game without friends. With friends, it is a blast. 2 or 3 of you on, all 3 of you on headset, only 2 of you on headset. It's just great. You're talking, you're bantering, you're being tactical. It feels very immersive in that regard. And as weird as the live action trailer was and kind of how corny the talking segments of it were, it feels like that. Like you're half playing your character, half being a gamer, which I think is the biggest compliment I can give for this game. In a weird way, it's super immersive and just super fun. In fact, I recently got a chance to go through and actually play higher level stuff, like not high level, but like the Moon, as a character with none of my skill tree unlocked because I managed to swap over to the next one. No, that's a separate video that will come out soon, but whatever. And as a result, I got to experience just how good the shooting mechanics of this game are. And I'm not saying they're perfect. No game has had perfect ones. But this is the pedigree of Halo. Just some real solid, tight combat controls, which is great. And then when you add all the powers on top of that, it makes a really nice, satisfying, not completely new, but very different feeling from other games out there, shooting feel. And, okay, so we're going to talk about something real quickly, which is the reviews. I've made a couple jokes about this, I think, on the Twitter. I would love a copy of the game all the reviewers are playing, because this game is a blast to play. And maybe this is kind of the jadedness and the overexposure of it, which I certainly had for Earth. Like, Earth is genuinely painful for me to play, because I've played it so much. And maybe these reviewers have played Earth so much that they're just having a hard time getting past it. Don't believe the reviewers. Go give it a shot. If you have access to someone's version of the game, go give it an hour or 2 shot on it, something like that. Watch more videos. If it looks cool, guess what it probably is. This game doesn't have a lot of secrets hidden into it that are going to make you go, well, crap, I regret buying this. And the way people have been talking about it's been kind of disheartening because it's a really good game. It's got so much promise, and it delivers on most of that promise. And while I'm not quite sure Destiny will get its full 10-year boast they made out of it, I could easily believe DLC being supported for this game for 2-3 years, and I could imagine it being pretty cool DLC. They got planets to unlock, new areas on existing planets to do. This could be a fantastically immersive and fantastically long-lasting game. Hell, as of this recording, the game has barely been out 4 days. I haven't had a full weekend in the game, and they said they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff on the weekends, like special events and all that kind of stuff, which I cannot wait for. In fact, if this game becomes something where you're supposed to play it like Thursday evening to Sunday afternoon, where it's got like a social aspect to it, then that'd be really cool. Make it so that's when you're really getting the most bang for it. More public events, more raids, more everything else that makes this game cool. If it's constantly like that, it gives you a nice time frame of when to play it, so you're not totally lost. But I digress. What I mostly wanted to cover is the concept of fatigue I had with this game when I was doing the Hour 1. The game is fantastic. Ever since I got into new content, essentially, it's amazing. The rest of the Moon is fantastic. Venus is amazing. Hell, I'm on Mars, and Mars is actually pretty damn different. Like, every plant's different, and every plant could be a little bit longer in my book, but they've been really cool, so I'm not sure I care that much. And the story, while implied and kind of subtle, is interesting. I'm intrigued. I'm curious. I want to know where stuff is going. I got some gripes about how the single-player campaign's kind of you are the chosen one, but whatever. It's kind of hard to tell an interesting narrative without having some chosen one aspect to it. But it does leave an area open to interpretation. I'd love it if I could be in cutscenes with my friends and stuff like that, and I wish there was more character customization. But the more time I'm spending with it, the less I seem to care about these things because the game is just damn fun. Who cares if it doesn't have the best story? Who cares if it's not this perfect Messiah game? Light your hype balloons some, expect a really cool shooter going in, and you will have your expectations just shattered. Don't come into this thing as some world-breaking, totally new and fresh MMO. It kind of is. It's a really good shooty MMO, akin to Borderlands and I guess Mass Effect in some regards. Might not be a bad game to compare it to, but this game got so overblown by people's expectations of, and Destiny and Team at Destiny and Bungie and Activision didn't help not fan the flames. They're definitely responsible a little bit for it, but don't buy into the negative hype. This game is fantastic. I'm having a blast. I wish I could go back in time and yell at myself, take a nap before doing the impressions or just doing the hour one in the first place. Maybe I should have waited. I definitely won't be doing another hour one within an hour of the game being released in my time zone. That's one lesson I've learned from this, because this game is fantastic. It's the best one I've played in years. Like, this one is up there on the list of Borderlands 2 for me, which is one of my favorite, most played games to date. With that being said, I cannot wait to see you guys in Destiny. You know my screen name by now because it's all over most of the videos. It's Mordak961 or 916. My bad. Wow, I do my own gamer tag. Hit me with friend requests if you want. We now actually also have a clan. I'll throw that in the link for. I'll throw that in the notes for this one down at the bottom of the description. So yeah, we hope to see a bunch of you online. We hope to have a lot of playtime with you. More stuff is coming. Exploring Destiny will kick off soon. We've got some explaining Destiny and some discussing Destiny coming up, as we promised, with Destiny finally actually being released. More importantly, go out there and get this. It's gonna be a blast.